Hello guys, welcome to the studio. Today we're going to be doing two things. We're going to be reviewing two features of the Akai MPC device, and we'll also have to do our own assignment. Do you get? So let's go. Welcome back. In today's video, like I said earlier, we're going to be reviewing two features, and those two features happens to be the swing and the humanize. We will be taking a look, kind of like a closer look at these features to see are they really different or what actually sets them apart, and more so, you were going to do your own assignment by trying out these two features on the same track and figuring out which one is best for what. Kindly also be informed that we currently have a full course, which is a complete guide to Akai MPC workflow, currently on Udemy. You can check it out using the link that is, up here or in the comment section below, and you will be able to actually access the course at a cheaper price. It is very comprehensive, and it teaches you everything you need to know about using your device from start to finish. So I will advise, why not just register, especially if you are a beginner, you are new to the Akai MPC community. Even if you are an intermediate, there are still some things you can pick up from there. So let's dive into it. I've taken the liberty of, doing a very simple beat right here before we start. Let me just play so you can hear that, and we're going to apply either the swing or the humanize to hear how they both sound, the kind of differences that they bring to the table. So let me play this from start. Yeah, just something simple. Let's stop this. So basically all I want is just something simple, not anything elaborate. It is easier for you to actually hear how the swing affects this and the humanize affects this, as opposed to putting everything in there, making it a full beat for now. I'm actually, this sound, I'm not liking how it's sounding, like it's extending too much for me. So let me just quickly take a moment to work on that. And from here, let me go to sample 2, okay, hip hop snare. Let me go to envelope, that amplification. Let me start from here. Okay, let me see. Increase the decay. Okay, better this way. Let me try that. Okay, fine, this is good. Go back to the main. So this is basically what we are going to apply the swing effect to, and then the humanize effect. The very first effect, which is the swing, how can we find that? If you go into your timing correct, here, you see the swing right here. Basically, this is your swing. I think now it's on 64. You can take it starts from 50 and it goes up to 75. So basically all this, maybe the shift timing, windows, you might have to play around. This is when I said we have an assignment. You also will have to do something here when you're trying it on your system, because it might give you different vibe based on the kind of beat you are working on. Now, you'll be able to work on your shift timing, your windows, and the strength. But for here, this one is currently, 50 is kind of like the default that it gives you, right? So if you check the grid view, this is what you get, right? The beat is just only 2 bars, right? So this is what you get. And let's play that again from here so we see what we're talking about. Yeah, so let's stop that. Now, I'll be applying the swing to this, then you hear it, then I'll kind of like do an undo. You hear what it sounds like without the swing and then with the swing. So let's go. I can also enter my timing correct from here. I'll just hold shift and press the TC. Then maybe if I do 65, Then I do it. Then I place that. You see that it's kind of different, right? This is what you have before. Let me undo. Let me take it back again. Shift, undo. So basically what it does is uses its discretion to say, what can I pick up here and change the vibe? I think the only thing it touches here for me will be the one that I've selected here. That is that hat. This. Yeah, that's what I noticed, that it's actually flipped for me. Let me. Okay, see? If you do that, you see that it moved back to its position. Let me check to be sure. Okay, because I put it on selected, right? That's actually where I was going, because I selected that. Those are the only thing it affected. Let's take it back to all. Okay, go through all and edit. So let me do it. Now, let's try to play it again. You can see that that groove has changed, right? Let me undo. Let me redo. Even by mere looking at the screen, you can tell that some of the events were shifting. This is the original. Now, let's stop this. Now, I've taken it back to the original. Then I will go and apply Humanize to this. Then you hear how it sounds. Now, to check out where that is, the Humanize, if you go back to your home, on the track, if you click on this icon here, you see Humanize. Now, the thing with Humanize, it's got a lot of other settings as well. Take a look at it. You can humanize the time, then you can actually humanize, the length, or the note, that's the note length. You can humanize the velocity, maybe for velocity to make it sound, normally it is impossible, well, averagely, yes, it's impossible for you to hit like a drum beat consecutively like 10 times and everything will give you the same level. Some might be higher than the other, some you might tap lightly, some you might tap very hard. So this is basically what happens here. So if we say, okay, humanize the velocity for me, it will basically just help you to do that, bring down some volumes, make some high, make some low. So this is actually useful when you're trying to actually, attack some other aspects of your production. So now you see the difference. Swing might give you that bounce, that funky feel, which is different from the one you put on your timing division. You get, but if you are using Humanize, it helps you to also affect some more parameters, like the note length. You can humanize the note, which means some length might be long, it might keep some short, and then it humanizes the time. That is the time we're talking about, time division. Okay, so do you want to put this on this particular timing correct line, or you want to move to the next division? So this works. Right now, there is a range here. Like if I take this down, you see less than a 64th note, then a bit less than, a bit more than 64th note. So if as you keep moving, you start seeing the difference that, in terms of jumps that this might use to adjust your MIDI event. Yes. Then if you go down, the more you see eagerness, just another sloppy. You can take it on, often after the beats and things like that. So all of this is where the assignment comes in. Do something simple, put on, play around these settings. The length, you humanize the note length to make it maybe shorter or smaller, like I said. Then the velocity, also to humanize that as well. And you have the option to select, some event before you get here, and you can apply it only to that selected event. The same thing is also applicable with your swing. You can tell it to apply it to a selected event, it can apply to a range, and it can apply to all. So as you can see, now, okay, now let me just try with this. Humanize time, let it humanize the time. Let me say living within the, okay, let me try a bit more than, okay, a bit less than 64. Let me just try, let me start with that. So let me do it. Let's play it again. Maybe go to the grid view and see what has happened. I noticed that some things have actually shifted. Yeah, even from what I'm hearing, I can tell some things have shifted. Because if I take you back, focus your attention on this part. Let's see, this part. If I undo, let me stop. Undo. Normally, if I undo, it takes me out here because we have to move out of that same place to work on. But as you can see, if I undo now, the line that was here before that happens to be a bit shifted away is now normal. Let's play. Let me redo. So there's a lot actually that moved back and forth. This one also moved. And this also moved because it's no longer on the timing correct. Let me undo, come back here. You see they are back on that time division. As you can see, humanizing and swing, initially you think, oh yeah, they basically might kind of like do the same thing. All they just do is help me to rearrange and give me some kind of level of feel. But Humanize work, took it to the next level by trying to help you manage some more aspects of the event that you have, in your program. The volume, that is talking about the level, right? And then in terms of velocity of that particular MIDI event. Also the length, that is, how long should that actually play for and all that. So all these things, it's a very good feature. Let me even go back there and show you something. We were humanizing time. Now let's humanize the note length. Let's humanize the velocity. In terms of strength. Then let's do it. Let me come back here. As you can see, right away, some are already, some are red, some are yellow, some are amber, and we know that red is kind of like full velocity, amber is like average, in between, yellow is light, and you can see even the length of those events are already changed. As you can see, some are bigger, some are, shorter right now, just, in that light. So let's play, let's see what we get. Although it has actually changed the entire rhythm completely. So be careful while using this. You need to know, okay, what exactly you want to apply it on. Most of the time it's advisable that way. My kick is okay, my snare is okay. Do I want it on the heart? Normally, just a good example, your heart, sounds better when they are not kind of like the same velocity all through. Okay, fine, humanize velocity, take some down, bring one up for me automatically, and that works fine. And all this is something that you can also still achieve, here. As you can see from here, this is the velocity that is already humanized for you. Some up, some down. Now, let's just hit the undo button and take it back to the way it was before. You can see all the velocities are up because I have my full level enabled. And everything is back to normal. So yes, there you have it. The swing and the humanize. Features and similarities and then the differences. Also, you are advised to take your time to try it out and know so that you'll be able to have an idea of how best these features can be used, on your projects. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. See you in the next one.